Yo, what is up everyone? Terencio Freeman here, aka Crypto T, all about that blockchain technology. Welcome to my channel. If this happens to be your first time here, you guys know what to do. Smash that subscribers button, bang that get notifications bell so that way you do stay updated as I upload new content for you guys. And also please smash the thumbs up, guys, because without those thumbs up, my channel doesn't build up. And I want to thank you guys for doing exactly that. And before I get into this interesting article, I just want to give a massive shout out to the newest subscribers. You guys got me to 500 subs. Thank you so much, guys. You know, it took a little bit, a little over a year to get there. Being that my first channel was permanently suspended. Of course, YouTube and its shenanigans. I still don't know why, but naturally I created another one late 2017 and started using this channel early 2018. And late 2017 I started, doing my videos on this channel. So anyway, thank you guys. I truly appreciate it. Next goal is 1,000 subs. So hopefully you guys can help me do that. Smash those thumbs up, okay guys, and please do subscribe. Now, you guys know that I did a video last week based on the countdown on finding out who the mystery person is behind Bitcoin, whose name is Satoshi Nakamoto. Now, I want you guys to think about something here. We cannot judge a book by its cover. This man right here is Paul Roux, and of course a criminal empire lord, if you want to call him that. You cannot even make someone like this up. In other words, what I mean is, like, when they reach a level of that status, sooner or later you're working for the government. You know what I mean? Facts. So anyway, let's get into it, man. Satoshi Nakamoto could be criminal mastermind Paul Roux. And you guys let me know what you think down below. You can easily give yourself the name Satoshi Nakamoto. And apparently he was a very well gifted programmer in his younger years. So let's continue here, man. Says that it's a pretty lengthy article, so hopefully you guys can stay to the very end. I may cut it halfway. It all depends. Let's see what happens. But one of the most enduring mysteries of modern times has produced another enthralling twist. Satoshi Nakamoto, Bitcoin's pseudonymous and enigmatic creator, has not been seen online in more than 8 years. Evidence has now surfaced that points to a new Satoshi candidate whose known life has a number of parallels with that of Bitcoin's inventor. His name is Paul Roux, and if proven to be Satoshi, there is a good reason why his 1 million BTCs hasn't moved. 1 million BTCs, guys. Do the math. Do the math. Right now, Bitcoin is almost $8,000. That's $7,600 as of this video. Okay? The Rhodesian has been in jail since 2012. Interesting. So Craig Wright, guys, I don't like Craig Wright. He's the person behind Bitcoin, like my man Trevor says, stinky vagina, Bitcoin SV, right? But if anything, he's probably one of the most hated individuals in the cryptocurrency space. A lot of people don't like this man. So, Craig Wright, Paul Roux, and the badly redacted document, which is document 187. Imagine that, 187. Code for murder, right? We got a 187. We got a 187. Okay, so the Kleinman versus Wright lawsuit unfolding in the Florida courts has been filed with misdirection, red herrings, mistruths, forgeries, and bizarre theories, often floated by the defendant Craig Wright. Document 187 in quote, Dr. Craig Wright's motion for protective order, close quote, was recently filed with heavy redaction because Wright supposedly, in quote, has a well-founded fear that these criminals and their associates would seek retribution if they learned of his involvement in their apprehension and incarceration. Telling you, man, Craig Wright, you always look like a weasel. Let me know if you guys agree with me on that, because I know some of you guys that are in the crypto space, I've seen a lot of you guys say this man is a weasel. You know what I mean? As far as back 2017, you know? He looks like a weasel anyway, but I digress. Let's continue. So someone forgot to redact one of the corresponding footnotes. Oh man, that's bad business. However, enabling a sharp-eyed sleuth to identify the master criminal in question, Paul Roux. The 46-year-old cartel boss is a character as flamboyant as Wright himself, but cut from a very different cloth. Readers may have already be familiar with Roux' life story, which surfaced in a 7-part series on activist and subsequent book titled, in quote, The Mastermind, close quote, as the blurb summarizes. I'm going to check that out. Activist, Atavist, guys, okay? If you guys want to go check that out. In quote, it says he was a brilliant programmer and a vicious cartel boss who became a prized U.S. government asset. You see, and that's what I'm saying. Like, when you're moving that much weight, moving so much ammunition and guns, you know, you can't get that level without snitching. You got, like, you know, in fact, what I mean is, like, you get to that level and you know that the government is already on to you. Like, when have you ever heard of any of these cartel bosses get away? Hardly any. You know, maybe the ones, I think the only person you got to give kudos to is that Gambino guy, the OG. You know what I mean? Who started the Gambino family. Like, the man never been locked up or something like that. He never got in trouble. So anyway, I digress there. Let's continue. It has now been suggested that Paul Roux may be Satoshi Nakamoto. You guys let me know what you think down below about that. I don't know. I think this is a deception. But I don't know. Let's continue. And that Craig Wright is in possession of encrypted hard drives containing Roux' multi-billion-dollar stash of Bitcoins. Wow, that's heavy. Yes, it's a crazy theory, I gotta agree. And yet, on closer inspection, there is a prima facie case for Bitcoin's mastermind being criminal mastermind Roux. That is something else, man. And here you have an inserted image of the young man when he was an inspiring, brilliant programmer who became a vicious cartel boss, but still has the talent of being that talented programmer, right? Says here that Paul Roux built a criminal empire, but did he also build Bitcoin? Question mark. Has his Wikipedia page, the very same page which escaped redaction in the Kleiman versus Wright case, notes, in quote, Paul Calder, Roux is a former programmer, former criminal cartel boss, and informant to the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration. So you see, just like El Chapo. And El Chapo was naming names, guys. Don't get it twisted. He created E4M, an open source free Windows disk encryption software program, in 1999, and is a suspected creator of the open source TrueCrypt, which is based on E4M's code. Interesting. But, you know, if he created this software program, like, he could have easily made a ton of money selling the program. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I don't know. But then it's encrypted. We're talking about the 90s, right? Then it drops a bomb. Roux is currently in U.S. custody for ordering the assassination of 6 people. If any screenwriters mulling a Satoshi Nakamoto movie are searching for inspiration, they just got a huge shot of it. I gotta agree. Like, if this guy turns out to be, and I'm leaning towards that, nah, I don't think so. But if it does turn out to be that it's him, yo, they're gonna make a movie on this, and it will be huge. Trust me, I believe it will be huge. Just as close to the movie The Avengers, who went, what, over $1 billion in like 2 weeks or a week? Incredible. So, with a career that includes logging, precious metals mining, gold smuggling, land deals, drug shipments, armed trafficking, and money laundering. Look at that list. That's bananas. Roux is a one-man movie waiting to happen, no doubt. And that's before the Bitcoin connection is thrown into the mix. In one of the many passports Roux owned, he goes by the Satoshi-like name of Solochi. And that's just the beginning of the curious coincidences. Like, I don't believe in coincidences, but what are the chances of Satoshi? Now, a direct mail article which also slipped through the redactor's net, leaving a trace of the URL visible in document 187, cited at the outset, calls Roux a, in quote, real-life Bond villain behind a cocaine and gun empire spanning 4 continents, who's now turned super snitch, and quotes U.S. agents as calling him a very bad guy. And there we have an inserted image of his passport. Democratic Republic of Congo. Interesting. This guy probably had like a passport for every country, man. So Satoshi and Solochi has the new Anon who posted on 4chan's Biz message board on May 12th after spotting Roux' name in the right case, postulated, in quote, Bitcoin was a project of an evil genius. Paul Solochi called the Roux. Imagine that, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't believe in coincidences, but, you know, Solochi. And, you know, I mean, you're talking about the late 1990s, going into the 2000s. Bitcoin came out 2008, going into 2009. So it says that he intended it simply for the purpose of money laundering. Unfortunately, soon after he went quiet with the Satoshi identity, he was captured by law enforcement, and he's going to spend the rest of his life rotting in a jail cell. Damn. Even if Roux did create Bitcoin, it does not follow that money laundering was his goal. It would likely have been an extension of his obsession with cryptography. That I would believe, being that he was already doing it with something called TrueCrypt, which can be traced back to the 90s. Before Paul Roux broke bad, he was by all accounts a brilliant programmer and privacy ideologue. And in 1997, he began work on EM4, encryption for the masses. Holy cow. A software which, in quote, is capable of encrypting entire disks and optionally of plausible deniability, denying the existence of an encrypted volume. So Wikipedia explains, it continues. So I'm going to leave you guys the link to this for all you guys that are interested. It also says here that he did make this in the politics section of the EM4 website. Roux published a kind of manifesto stating that governments are increasingly relying on electronic data gathering, citing projects such as Ecolon linked to 5 Nation. Bitcoin is up, guys. You saw the notification. Linked to the 5 nation states, which would become known as the 5 Eyes. More than a decade later, he stated that encryption is the only way to preserve civil liberties. I believe that. Yes, I'm with you there, brother. The E4M manifesto finishes, in quote, strong encryption is the mechanism with which to combat these intrusions, preserve your rights, and guarantee your freedom into the information age and beyond. Paul Roux, author, Encryption for the Masses. Very interesting. So they got 10 clues that point out to Roux building Bitcoin. For those intent on comparing Satoshi and Roux personas for similarities, there are several attributes and actions that align, plus a few that don't, given that both entities were adept at assuming false personas and concealing their natural language. So let's go here. Let's see. The curious Satoshi monikers. Both were programmers familiar with C++. Both had a strong interest in cryptography and privacy. Both were wary of authority. Both had an interest in online gambling. Bitcoin's initial code had a poker client included. Both were well aware of the difficulty with traditional payment systems. Roux, on account of the illegal prescription drug racket he was running. Satoshi's spelling and language analysts color defense bloody hard is consistent with Rouxian Roux. Satoshi disappeared in early 2011 to move on to other things around the time that Roux was transitioning from software genius to cartel boss. With tens of millions of dollars in cash, Roux would have had no need to cash out his BTC once the price began rising. If anyone could have hidden wallets containing 1 million BTC, it would have been the creator of disk encryption software TrueCrypt. That's interesting, man. And then there's this, a post from 2002, several years before Bitcoin was released. Virtual peer-to-peer banking. Wow, this is interesting. And it says here, I have this idea of a future with virtual peer-to-peer banking, a kind of decentralized and secured system. Gone would be the times that governments and banks can track and interfere with our money transfers, or even interfere with the total amount of money on Earth. My envisioned system would have fixed total amount of money, but each money unit, say virtual coin, is divisible indefinitely. Divisible indefinitely. So a kind of deflation would replace inflation. The total value of the money in the world would be a fixed number. It possesses no problem for liquidity liquidity because the currency can be divided anytime. It's true, like Bitcoin can be divided into so many fractions of Bitcoin, guys. However, maybe people will not spend their money much because its value will increase often. Other problems raised in this area, in the areas of security, malicious use, and how to come towards such system from current systems. These are just ideas. I'd like to hear your comments about net resources on this subject. Is that you, Satoshi? Question mark. Whoa, we got bricks and more bricks and more bricks. So we're almost done here, guys. And if you made it all the way to the end, thank you so kindly because we're almost there. Don't forget, guys, do subscribe, smash the get notifications bell, and do please smash those likes, especially if you're a crypto knight like me. And if you're new to crypto, hey, there'll be some links for you guys down below, so that way you guys can definitely dive in. And if you have any questions, yo, don't hesitate. Leave me a comment, DM me. That's my objective, is to help as many people as I possibly can in this crypto space. And I've been doing that since about 2009, ever since I've been involved in network marketing, multi-level marketing. And I jumped into online marketing in 2014 and jumped into crypto mid to late 2017. I should have jumped into Bitcoin in 2012 when my friend told me, but I wasn't a believer. I said, that thing is not going to be around. What are you talking about? That's not money. I was one of those guys. I'm sure you know. I'm sure you know what that felt like, right? Because I know some of you guys most likely did the same thing. So to continue on here, in conclusion, it says it doesn't read like Satoshi's voice, but it does read an awfully lot like someone's early idea of Bitcoin. The IP address of the author has supposedly been traced to the Netherlands, a country where Roux once lived. For all of the surface evidence that suggests Roux could have been Satoshi, not all of the points align. In 2009, for example, when Satoshi was diligently refining Bitcoin, Roux was already dabbling in drug smuggling and gun running. Would it have been possible to maintain such a double life, one chaotic and the other scholarly? Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? So here's a credible Satoshi and 4D chess from Craig Wright. And here is the, what's that, December 15th. And this is on 4chan, on the Biz. Prove it, you have an audible blockchain, plus how wouldn't need the money. He had insurance and was well off already. This is all the more reason to kill Bitcoin while they can. Wow, this is back 2018. Okay. See how much we got left, guys. Oh, that's it. All right. So we're pretty much done. So could this involvement have been due to Wright serving as an informant on Roux? I think so. Himself now an informant following his arrest in September of 2012. It sounds fanciful, but it's certainly an intriguing notion. As one anon theorized, Craig Wright was an employee of Roux who was vaguely aware of the Bitcoin project. Craig was an informant who helped bring down Roux. And after his arrest, Craig managed, in parentheses, via longtime friend and partner in crime, Dave Kleiman. So okay, now we know what Kleiman versus Wright. So Dave Kleiman, to get his hands on the wallets that hold 1 million bitcoins. But unfortunately for Craig, all of the Satoshi coins are locked away in a secure TrueCrypt volumes. TrueCrypt being another software that Roux developed. Yeah, he definitely locked that down, dude. Like, he's the creator of that software, right? He has been trying for years to crack them, but with no success. Yeah, he's definitely 1,000,000 Bitcoins. Oh my God. Do the math, guys. Like I said earlier, it's almost $8,000 right now. And just the other day, it was $8,400, right? Another of Craig's longtime friends, Calvin Ayre, has set up warehouses of computers to try to crack Satoshi's password and unlock the vast fortunes. His mining activity is simply a front to make these massive data centers look legitimate. Craig is being set up as, in quote, the real Satoshi, so that when the coins are finally unlocked, they can legitimately sell them off. That sounds about right. And here we have a little insert here of a lid of these guys communicating. He broke his wallets into 50 BTC sized addresses. Wow. Anyway, this is what I was talking about, guys. Where in the world is Satoshi? 1 day, 3 hours, 20. You guys go back to my previous videos, you guys will see it. But anyway, in conclusion, guys, if the DCN crime boss is Satoshi Nakamoto, it means that the two of the biggest contributors to Bitcoin's early success, Roux and Ross Albright, are both in the custody of U.S. authorities. There, they will likely see out the rest. They will see out of the rest of their lives, while the rest of the world profits from the innovations of these flawed geniuses. Yeah, that'll be bananas. Thank you, buddy. That's all I can say. Increasingly, in little more than 24 hours, GotSatoshi.com promises to reveal the identity of Bitcoin's creator. While the cryptosphere will not be holding its breath in anticipation, the countdown adds further intrigue to the most enduring mystery of the digital age. So guys, let me know what are your thoughts. Is this Satoshi Nakamoto, who is moving heavy bricks, was moving heavy bricks? Is this him, guys? Satoshi Carla Roux. I don't know. Interesting article, though. I know one thing. This is a movie already. In the making. Just Paul Roux. You can make a movie on this guy. There's no doubt about it. He doesn't even need to be Satoshi Nakamoto. But if it does turn out that he is, oh my God. That movie's going to be a huge money maker. So you guys let me know what you think. Again, thank you for being with me. If you made it all the way to the end, I truly appreciate it. I really try not to make videos this long, but I don't like to leave an article halfway. But again, I'll leave you guys the link down below. And again, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Bang the get notifications bell to stay updated as I upload new content for you guys. And also, please do smash the thumbs up. All my crypto knights, crypto stars, all of you rock stars out there. Again, many blessings to each and every one of you guys. And make sure, guys, that you leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think, man. Is this Satoshi Nakamoto? Can it be so? Let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.